Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network. Y'all know it. Say it with me. Who is the network for, y'all? It's the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our broadcast today. We are so pleased that you have joined us today. As you come in, we do ask that you come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. You can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Also, beloved, we want you to know we had an absolutely amazing time. Where my sisters at who attended The Secret Money in Your Womb Part 3. It was our finale to an unbelievable 2-hour intensive webinar, well over nearly really 7 hours worth of just downloads and secrets related to how women, we as divine feminines, manifest through the secrets of our womb, mystic knowledge that was downloaded. Lives were changed. I don't even have to pat my own back, talk black to me. The testimonies, the everlasting, non-stop testimonies changed lives. Signs and wonders speak for themselves. I see you, VHive, in the digital building. So pleased that you have joined us and the Fly Nubian Queen family. I want you to know, for those of you that missed it, I first of all want to apologize for those who were not able to get in. We've been hearing reports of several of you that were trying to get in. You all know if there's a tech issue, sometimes it's beyond our control, but the replay is available for those that paid. Those of you that missed it, you were so blessed because the replay is available. Get the replay today. The link is in the chat at FlyNubianMastermind.com, FlyNubianMastermind.com. If you join ClubVicky.com for $1, which is my weekly mastermind, you'll get access to all three as well. So you don't want to miss this. This will change your lives. I mean, I am overwhelmed with the comments, the testimonies that are infallible proofs. And it is not me alone. It is our ancestors. It is the Most High. It is our Creator at work in me and through me and through the energy of the women that have the nerve and the courage to attend. And for that, we want to say thank you so much for the extraordinary success. I will keep you posted for the next special 2-hour intensive in due course and what that topic will be. But this was our finale, and it was an important finale. It was one of the greatest secrets. The topic I discussed is not often what I consider to be, quote unquote, a sexy topic, but it is key to manifestation. My goal is to ensure that folk are able to get manifestation. Somebody said, thank you for dropping all those precious stones. That's Lisa. You're so welcome, beloved sister. It was my high honor and privilege. And I'm so pleased you all trust my work enough to come. Thank you all so much. So I want you to get the replay at FlyNubianMastermind.com. Get ready because it's just under 3 hours. Y'all, I went way over, and I had way more to say, but I wanted to respect folks' time, but just dropping much that was in my heart and still didn't get finished. And so anyway, FlyNubianMastermind.com. I'm going to really be reminding you of that this week because I want you to take full advantage. Big shout out to my Instagram family. How y'all doing, Instagram? I want you to get ready to come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com because I'm going to need to use this device momentarily. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Everybody, on the count of 3, for those of you that have it, on the count of 3, for those of you that haven't, please hit that thumbs up button. Are you ready? I'm excited about our topic today. Even though I had some other things in mind. But again, some of the stuff, Lois said, oh, it was phenomenal. Thank you, beloved. Oh, it was amazing. It really, really was amazing. And you don't want to miss this. I'm very clear. Who is this asking? Is this live, General Louverture? Talk black to me. Yes, it's live. And beloved, even if it wasn't, you should watch it. Because, honey, the power is on the Vicky show, regardless to whether you're watching it live or the replay, beloved. But you are blessed to be here live and direct, okay? So, family, come on. Thumbs up, share, because I want to get right into our topic here Instagram, come on over to flynubianqueentv.com because I'm going to need to use this device momentarily, okay? Instagram, get ready to come on over to flynubianqueentv.com because I'm going to need to use this device. By the way, family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. You can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Now, let me tell you all something. Let me tell you something. I have prophesied months ago, more than months ago, a long time ago, that power in this season is coming from the ground up. I have explained to you that notwithstanding the great and extraordinary difficulty and the war that we are most certainly in with the global religion and government of white supremacy, we will surely win. I have explained to you that no matter what this looks like, we are in our finest hour. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for thumbs up, share, share, share. Why does Vicki do that? I ask that you do that because it makes it more likely that other folk will know that we're here. When you share this out on your social media platforms, again, you are marketing us. I always say this right now, corporate white media have multi-million-dollar budgets for their marketing, beloved. And so they're able to use their money to gain access to minds. And how many of you all know that he who has the access to one's mind can control a people? Where is my gavel? Talk black to me. I said he who has access to minds. That's the power and importance of media. Controls the population. So when you have folk like the black media that rises up and serves as an alternative, that serves as the counterculture, that serves as the offense, watch this, that serves as the defense, but also as the offense. Y'all play too much. You overstand that in and of itself is an act of war when we endeavor to speak for ourselves. Are y'all hearing me today? For those of you that don't know, probably saying, who is that woman, that lady with the curly braids that has a gavel in her hand? Baby, this is the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. Let me say that again. This is the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. I don't want you to simply associate this holy mallet, this gavel, this type of hammer with white folk that are in parliament and government and Congress that make laws, rules, and regulations and judges. This is a sign of authority, baby. And I want you all to know that the word of the black grassroots is ruling. We're the ones that's controlling the narratives and events. And we're getting ready to prove it again and again and again and again in no limit of time. Talk black to me. By the way, shout out to all of you who over the weekend, y'all saw I was still doing a little bit of work on Saturday evening. Shout out to the Black Authority. I was so honored by his invitation to join him and our other beautiful brother, Jason Reed, a powerful black blogger. We were there together on the Black Authority's channel discussing the disgusting God today. Look at me trying to have some bars. Y'all, come on, y'all play too much. We were there discussing the disgusting, y'all play too much, your Uncle Roro and those of his ilk, those like him. We were explaining to you and exposing the jealousy of the old dead black media. And we were explaining to you why it was important to begin to highlight these things. Some folk wanted to know, why are you guys talking about Uncle Roro? Why are you talking about Roland Martin? Aren't you guys wasting time? No, we're not wasting time. I've explained to you that there's a such thing as racist white people, and then there's racist white people's black people. So when you all ask me, are we wasting time talking about such things? No, we're not wasting such time, because whenever I'm discussing white supremacy, when we're talking about white people's black people who use their voice and platforms to push Democratic agendas, Republican agendas, and they're not black first, they're not pushing specific agendas for black people, they in and of themselves are the white supremacists. So we don't really make distinctions. We must discuss him. In fact, he's one of the most dangerous, because there's still a handful of you, there's still enough of you that still believe in the relevancy of such individuals. Y'all play too much. Thumbs up, share, share, share. So no, we've got to expose these fakes and frauds. We've got to do that, because enough of you still voted for Joe Biden. The Roland Martins and the others like him told y'all to do that. Y'all play too much. They told you to do it without getting anything in return. It is not that I and others in the black media told you absolutely don't vote. We're saying to use your vote as power. We told you to weaponize your vote. We said that because they so heavily rely on your vote to put them into power, you should use it as quid pro quo. Only slaves do something for nothing. It was us encouraging you to stop being a slave. We were telling you to demand something for your vote, specifically for your people. And now many of you are recognizing that we were absolutely right, because you are being pimped right now. You're being pimped because the LGBTQ community, transgenders, are getting all kinds of executive orders. Y'all play too much in the first few days of the Biden administration. Illegal immigrants, people who don't even vote, people who violated federal law to get here, they're getting executive orders before you getting anything. The Asian community, they're getting stuff. Governments from different agencies are sneaking them money. Y'all play too much. You got punked. You put them in power in order to bless and to benefit other people. But anyway, I digress. Let me calm my nerves real quick. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Somebody said Simone crying. You all know I already tweeted that. Y'all just hang out for the rest of the week. Oh, baby, we going in on Lum all week. Simone Sanders finna get this work. Amanda Sears about to get this work again. And we getting ready to get into this Asians, the latest thing that's been going on with the Asian community. Y'all just hang up. I got a few little things in store. So don't miss the Vicky Show all week long, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. But I wanted to thank our brother with his powerful channel. He has been such an amazing trailblazer for Black consciousness. Again, the Black Authority, and I want to thank him so much for the invitation. If you missed that collaboration on this weekend, please make sure that you check it out, share it, dear family, because it's so important. Please understand and overstand that we are rising, and what we're doing matters. What we're doing matters. And to be honest with you, today's show really is an extension of what we did Saturday. This is just showing another aspect of this war on Black media. And we're talking about with movies now. We're talking about with the news and content and commentary. And this is a war of having access to minds. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit more in just a moment. This topic today is specifically regarding HBO's war. And that's how I'm labeling it, because that's exactly what it is. HBO's war, using primarily the notorious Lum. Somebody put in the chat, hashtag LOM, the notorious Lum. Now that's a phrase that I coined some time back for your League of Mammies. And I want to explain to you, when I'm talking about your League of Mammies, when I'm referring to Black looking women who use their power, their influence, and their voices for the zaddies and for white supremacy. Watch this. They not only use their platforms, their influence, and their voice for white supremacist entities and people, but at the same time, they turn around and disrespect Black people. Y'all play too much. This is how you get inducted into my Lum. This is how you become an inductee. It's not just that you are an Aunt Jemima or a raccoon. It's the fact, it's not just that you cape for white supremacy. It's not just that you love licking boots of your oppressor. It's the fact that you enjoy doing that, and you're not satisfied just doing that. You have to, at the same time, disrespect and mock Black people. And when you're in that category, you are not considered to be a sister. When you are a sellout, biscuit, Uncle Ruckus brother that capes for white supremacy and then disrespects Black society, baby, we don't consider you brothers and sisters. We consider you an enemy from the other side. And you get treated as such. So don't come to me as a feminine woman and say, why are you attacking another Black woman? What is wrong with you, slowness? Somebody that has infiltrated our side and that's doing the work of the other side is not someone that you call a brother or sister. Talk Black to me. Somebody put turtles in the chat. Somebody put turtles in the chat. We put turtles in the chat because we want you to see this powerful depiction to let you know that your willful and voluntary slowness to come to the right conclusion about who our open enemy is fatal. I've told you this before. Time is of the essence. We don't have all day for you to finally come to the right conclusion that Joe Biden is a white supremacist. We don't have time for you to understand that the Democrats are pimping you. You taking too long. We ain't waiting for you to finally come to Jesus and for you to hear the doors of the church is open for you to give your life to the Lord. Y'all play too much. My Christian religious folks know what that's about. We don't have all day for that. We about to tell you just stay on the other side and we finna get this work done. Anyway, I wasn't even trying to work with everybody, no way. He told most of the elders they weren't even going into the promised land. That's why I call some of you all promised land rejects. Don't ask me why I'm not unifying with everybody. The principle that was left for us in the ancient text lets us know that the Most High wasn't even trying to work with everybody. He was trying to get rid of everybody he had just delivered except for the youth. Everybody 20 years and younger, he says, gotta go. And it was Moses' intercession. We're talking prophetically that kept them alive. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Now let's get into today's topic. By the way, again, for those of you tuning in, my name is Vicky Dillard, and I'm here live on FlyNubianQueenTV.com weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people like you. Thumbs up, share, 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 share. It is a privilege and an honor to be with you today. All right, Instagram, come on over. Instagram, because I'm fixing to use this device. Come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Now, let me say this. Let me sip my supplement. I'm your sister with the curly braids. Somebody talk black to me. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you today. So your notorious law members. Sharetta Hall says, I'm a new subscriber. Well, we welcome you with so much love. And we thank you for joining us, beloved sister, and all of our newbies, all of our new subbies. And we welcome all of our old school, faithful supporters and patrons. We're pleased that you've joined us today. We thank you for giving us a thumbs up, liking and sharing, and letting other folks know who we are. We're so honored by your presence, and we appreciate that. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Now, you all know that not too long ago, I did another show about our brother Tariq Nasheed and how Fox News, Laura Ingraham, and a lot of other major white news outlets attacked him. They attacked him because of a video he put up where a black man was exposed to a white, violent Holiday Inn worker. The white, violent Holiday Inn worker was beaten up on the computer, and the black man was being exposed to violence. So in an attempt to neutralize the situation and to serve as a deterrent, he began to record the white, drunk, allegedly drunk. Some say he was drunk then, some say he was drunk later. It doesn't matter. We do know he was violent. He's a violent employee of Holiday Inn. This black man who was not yelling, who's a paying customer, who was the victim in that situation, began to record. Now, the black man understood that he may have been in a dangerous, violent situation. We know and we have evidence of that because whenever we see, like in the George Floyd case, when folks begin to record situations and encounters with white people, we know that it can turn violent. So we begin to record it, to document it. So when we tell our stories, folk are more able to easily believe us. Is that right? So the black man made it clear to him that he was recording it clearly, ostensibly in hopes that the white, violent Holiday Inn worker, white grown male, violent Holiday Inn worker, somebody talk black to me, all these descriptive terms, would not escalate his violence. But unfortunately, the white boy began to escalate his violence. He began to beat his head into the monitor when the black man was holding them responsible for their terrible customer service. Turned around and acted like he was a victim, pretended like he was being attacked, pretended like if he was a victim. He started crying and carrying on, pretending like he was crying. And then white folks started raising money for him. And somehow it was revealed that he was gay. So the LGBT folks started to attack Tariq as well through an article and some other stuff, right? Well, this is classic white supremacy. Here it is. A black man was the victim. A black man was the one recording a white, violent male who was acting as a lunatic. And they began to attack him and say, well, he was having a mental breakdown. And so the black man, they started to blame the black man and say he should have been kinder to this employee. Now they expect black men to diagnose white men that's acting like a lunatic. So we had to go to war on that. We know it was about racism. and we exposed it. So they attacked him, and they did that on the eve of his global and extraordinarily successful documentary, Buck Breaking. Now we are seeing the attacks elevated, where you're seeing white people's black people. Y'all repeat after me: black people's white people's black people. You don't have to put it in the chat because I don't want these platforms to censor your comments. Just say it wherever you are around the world. So now they're getting black women to take shots on a major channel, HBO. And let's get ready to give Lom, these League of Mammy members, this work. And I'm going to explain to you again why I'm always calling out black women who are strategically placed and given power to work against their own people. Talk black to me. All right, Instagram. I'll see you on Fly Nubian Queen YouTube. Thank you. All right, family. Now, while I finish posting this, I want you on the count of 3 to give us the thumbs up. On the count of 3, give us the thumbs up. Share, share, share. Share, share. Are you ready? Are you ready? On the count of 3, give us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Share. Share, share. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you all so much while I post this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. Share, share, share. All right. Thank you all so much for your patience. That should be posting here now in just a moment. That should be posting here now in just a moment. Now, what happened? Now, I'm going to read this disclaimer whenever I show clips or audio, even though I won't show you very much of the actual video. Some people may or may not like the fact that I do that, but I like to cross my T's and dot my I's to just be extra circumspect when it comes to copyright issues and so forth. Even though it's totally permissible, I like to go the extra mile because I want these platforms to know, especially for me, that the Vicky Show is not intentionally breaching or trying to violate any of the rules. I don't ever, the reality is, family, when you rise up to speak against white supremacy, unfortunately, there are people that turn the victims that's saying no more. Unfortunately, those that are exposing the oppression and attacks on black people, we're unfortunately mislabeled, and that's intentional, as the enemy or the haters. And that's just a shame. I beg your pardon. Excuse me. Thank you so much. And that's just a shame. But we're on to these attacks. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit educational personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. Now, there is this unfunny show on HBO. My understanding is Issa Rae is the executive producer for it. There are other black women who I'm going to briefly mention who make up the show. And it's a little, it's a skit. This particular one is a skit, but it's no doubt on HBO. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Now watch this. Watch this. Now I want you to take a look before I play this. I'm just going to briefly show you. You'll see just a little bit of the set, but I want you to listen to just a brief clip of what their latest, the trailer of one of their upcoming episodes. Now, just so you know, they're doing this skit called Black Table Talk. Now, you all know that's a play off of Jada Pinkett Smith Nim's Red Table Talk. And by the way, Jada Pinkett Smith, some of her interviews on Red Talk, they can be enlightening, but other ones, I just think that they just be doing too doggone much. I mean, just some stuff y'all just don't even need to talk about. Somebody talk black to me. Some stuff you just need to shut up about. But anyway, this skit is from this show called, a Black Lady Sketch Show, And this is from their season 2, episode 3, that they say is now streaming on HBO Max. Now, family, I love you back. Now, family, I want you to listen to some of this madness. Listen to just a little bit. I'm cueing it right now. Listen to just a little bit of this skit. And again, just so you know, Robin Thede and a crew, it says here from thespot.net, hit the stage again for another set of gut-busting, incisive sketches that continue to carve out a long overdue space for Black women in comedy. That's what they allege. It says a Black Lady Sketch Show is the first half-hour sketch comedy show, which is written, directed by, and starring Black women. Its first season was also nominated for 3 Emmys. Y'all listen to that madness. Y'all see the biscuits. Y'all see the biscuits. It was already nominated for 3 Emmys. Y'all gonna hear what I say in a minute. Coming off the back of all those expectations, and with a few new cast members, the second season finds a consistent rhythm of lighthearted entertainment in which these Black women can show how hilarious they are. It says at the center of the show, we have the returning trio of Robin Thede, Ashley Nicole Black, and Gabrielle Dennis. But this season, we have Lacey Mosley, Sky Townsend joining the group in place of the outgoing Quatina Brunson. Now, guess who else is on this episode, y'all? Watch this. One notable difference in this second season is the lack of big-time cultural icons as guests. There are a few prominent people here, like Omarion and Gabrielle Union. This particular skit, Gabrielle Union's funny-looking self is in this skit. Listen, here we go. Thumbs up, share. And just like I said, family, I won't show the entire, video footage, but I will let you listen to some of the audio. And this is a part of the brief trailer that was released. Don't forget to keep giving us a thumbs up, liking, and sharing. I'm cueing it right this second.
Welcome to Black Table Talk, the only place on Tariq Nasheed's internet where we can have an honest conversation. Today's topic, women in the workplace. Why? I'm your host, Dr. Hadassah Oliyinka Ali Youngman, pre-PhD, and I'm about to take you on the overground.
How long is this intro? I do not mean to rush you, Queen Hadassah, but Kavya has me on curfew.
See. No, Gabrielle Union. Black women babies are not allowed to issue curfews. Only our original kings can do that. Allowed to issue curfews. Only our original kings can do that. Supreme Raw told me to be home by 3.
Is he here? Can he sign a head wrap for me?
Unfortunately, no. He does not fraternize with married women, except for me and all 8 of his wives.
Okay, did y'all catch that first few seconds? Y'all listen. I'm scared that you might have missed it. Watch this part again.
Conversation. Today's topic, women in the workplace. Honest conversation. Today's topic, women in the workplace. Why? I'm your host, Dr. Hadassah Oliyinka Ali Youngman, pre-PhD, and I'm about to take you on the overground.
How long is this intro? I do not mean to rush you, Queen Hadassah, but Kavya has me on curfew.
See. No, Gabrielle Union. Black women babies are not allowed to issue curfews. Only our original kings can do that.
Now, this is very important, y'all. This is very important, and it's extremely disgusting when you listen to how they're starting off with this. Watch this. I want to go back real quick. I want to go back real quick. Let's listen to the shade. Did you all hear who they called out? The first few seconds of the clip that was released? I'm scared you missed it. Listen.
Welcome to Black Table Talk, the only place on Tariq Nasheed's internet where we can have an honest conversation.
Now, by invoking Tariq Nasheed's name in the beginning of that clip that was released for the world to see for Lily White HBO, for a show that's allegedly written by Black women to express Black women viewpoints, tells you everything you need to know. What do I teach you on the Vicky Show every time you all tune in? I teach you that we are at war, right? Now, somebody made this statement. How bad could a skit be? What's the big deal about y'all? Who cares about a skit? Who cares about a skit? Well, let me help you today. What do you mean, who cares about a skit? Slowness? First of all, this is claiming to be a comedy, right? What you must understand, Black family, is that white supremacy and racism has always accelerated, penetrated society through skits, through comedy, through media. Y'all better listen to me. This is not nothing. Y'all talk Black to me. Let me help you in your wild ignorance. Stereotypes, racist mindsets, beliefs, and white supremacist worldviews are shaped, you all. They are formed through what you read and what you hear and what you see. The reason you hear us in Black media always talk about the scam and the sham of how our babies are intentionally miseducated is because they learn inferiority through how they're educated. We learn inferiority through what we're seeing, the images, and what we're hearing. That's how things are shaped. This is not nothing. I taught you that in this war with white supremacy, every single thing is weaponized. Your water is weaponized. Your air is weaponized. Y'all's weed is weaponized. Your education is weaponized. Your family is weaponized. Arts and entertainment is weaponized. Your music is weaponized. They weaponize every single thing in this war. Somebody talk Black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. I see y'all coming on in. For those of you that are just coming in, my name is Vicky Dillon, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Baby, the Black media, we are the counterculture. We are the offense to the war media apparatus, white supremacist apparatus against us. And we're at the same time, we're the defense, and we're also the offense, I should say. Our unified voice makes us so powerful. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Now, I want you to listen. I want to remind you of why this quote unquote skit that's on HBO is an attack, not just on Tariq Nasheed, because this is not by accident. Brother Tariq Nasheed has just unleashed and released a wildly global successful film without the backing of white people and white resources. Our brother made an end run around the infrastructure that your other white supremacists have to go through to get something done. Your blackface white supremacists. See, he didn't go to white people to ask them to make this movie, to do this movie, to put this movie out. In fact, my understanding is he's had resistance in getting it played in certain places. Some folk I've heard say, I don't have a DVD player. Well, get you one. I believe he's going to stream it at some point. Why am I telling you all get the DVD and get you a DVD player. I'm telling you to do that because you see, they're trying to stop and they're trying to censor when you live stream stuff on different platforms, right? If you know that your open enemy is trying to shut down your voices on their platforms and using traditional live streaming mechanisms, doesn't it just make sense to make sure that you have something that's outside of those systems to ensure that your message and your word is still received by your people? You guys got to understand how to do this stuff. Just because folks are telling us that we're a progressive society and live streaming is the way to go, yes, we can do. When you're dealing in warfare, there's a such thing as a salvo. When a salvo is unleashed, that means that there are multiple weapons, there are multiple attacks that's coming from different directions all at one time. You've got to learn how to do war too. You've got to understand that the DVD is one of the ways that we can still get our message out. We can still, that's a way for us not to be censored by the oppressive members of society. Are y'all hearing me today? You got to understand. You can't get too big for your britches that you miss while we doing stuff. Talk black to me. Yes, we're at war. But that's the benefit of having the DVD, because that's a way to work around other limiting ways that your enemy tries to stop you and to censor you. Now, let's get back very briefly before I get ready to give us a history of how comedians, Blackface, minstrel shows have always been a weapon of white supremacy. Those of you, some of you so new to war, you sit up there, it's a skit. You're showing your ignorance. Talk black to me. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Thumbs up, share, share, share. And by the way, for those of you that are just tuning in, I want, again, my sisters to know, for those of you that missed this Saturday's past amazing 2-hour mastermind, it was the finale to a 3-part series, The Secret Money in Your Womb. Part 3, The Secret Money in Your Womb. It was amazing. We specifically talked about how money talks. The key that I emphasize this time is the main key to manifesting the way women are meant to manifest, and that is through our wombs. I break that down. You can have access to all 3 parts that I've done from months ago at clubvicky.com. That's if you join my weekly mastermind today for $1. You'll have access to all of them, as well as my weekly masterminds, which will change your life. Or you can go to flynubianmastermind.com and just get the direct special 2-hour webinars. The link is in the chat. Go to flynubianmastermind.com for the replay. flynubianmastermind.com. The links are in the chat. Thumbs up, family. Keep sharing, sharing, sharing. Thank you so much. Now let's listen to this little brief part one more time.
Welcome to Black Table Talk, the only place on Tariq Nasheed's internet where we can have an honest conversation. Today's topic, women in the workplace. Why? I'm your host, Dr. Hadassah Oliyinka Ali Youngman, pre-PhD, and I'm about to take you on the overground.
How long is this intro? I do not mean to rush you, Queen Hadassah, but Kavya has me on.
Stop right there. Now, that's Gabrielle Union talking. Notice, not only did she attack Tariq Nasheed, but what else does she do? She says what? She starts to talk about the overground railroad. Family. Do you think for one second that in the Jewish community, where they went through oppression for a much, much shorter period of time in a whole nother country, we've been going through our Black Holocaust for 466 years? They treat everything that they said that happened to their ancestors years ago as sacred and untouchable. You're not going to find anybody acceptable in the Jewish community that will allow anybody to make fun of such a devastating, such a genocidal and horrific crimes against humanity situation. It's only Black folk that willfully volunteer their bloody murder to to be mocked. And it's a white network, HBO, that's behind it. But HBO has covered because you got black folk who they're saying wrote the script. Issa Rae and them executive produced it. Black women are headlining it. Black women say they're expressing their communities. They're expressing the uniqueness of different black female perspective. You guys got to understand that you all are way out of bounds. This is sacred. This is blasphemy. It's not funny. At no time do you get to make a joke of us making an escape from our open enemy by mocking and talking about the overground railroad. It's unacceptable. It's not funny. And we treat you like the traitor that you are. I'm a woman, and I'm sitting up here telling you I don't give a doggone that they claim they female. In war, you don't even bring up the gender of an enemy. Y'all play too much. I said in war, you don't even bring up the gender of an enemy. This is sacred. It's an untouchable subject, the Underground Railroad. Our black sisters, our black brothers, who are against all odds, fighting back against white supremacy, breaking the law to live and to realize a new world, enduring the most atrocious, the most gut-wrenching. These are warriors. These were the fearless. And HBO, who would never allow somebody that was dealing with the Nazis, Jewish folks that were dealing with the Nazis, they would never let that go down on HBO. Even if you found some of the people that was willing to do it. But it's acceptable, just like in music, it's acceptable on the platforms for you to do music talking about you going to sell drugs to your people and murder amongst your people. But giving black conscious information is not acceptable. You can't say nothing about LGBT. You can't, people will say, if you're telling the truth about the Asian community, oh, we're going to censor you. If you're telling the truth about white supremacy, oh, we're going to censor you. But it's no problem. There's no censoring if there's music saying you're going to sell drugs to your people and murder your people. Shame on these legal mammies. Nothing is funny about that, family. It's disrespectful. It's holy. It's the Black Holocaust. They're making fun of the Black Holocaust. And that's the language we need to use to rebuke them, to criticize them. Any and all of my supporters, I'm asking you, be respectful when you give them that work. Don't call them hoes and bees. Yes, call them lawn members. Yes, call them minstrels. Yes, call them blackface. Yes, call them tools of white supremacy. And tell them that they're doing this against the Black Holocaust. How dare you, Gabrielle Union? How dare you, Issa Rae? How dare you, Robin Thede? Robin Thede, this is the other chick. This is the chick that's playing and making fun of Black Queen's names. That's the one that's playing the main character that's interacting with Gabrielle Union. How dare you, Gabrielle Union? Now, I'm not getting ready to get into the details of Gabrielle Union's personal life. But from what we can see, Gabrielle Union, and I'm not going there today. But from what we can see, Gabrielle Union, you got a lot going on in your own household, sis. We've been hearing stuff about how you running your household. So you're one of the last ones that we're getting ready to give any credence to. Gabrielle needs to stay her hips off of people's sets and start just trying to work about fix your house. Is what we want to encourage you to do. Somebody say focus. You got a lot going on at home, girl. We're not going to get into the details, but Gabrielle Union got a whole lot going on at the house. Is that why Gabrielle Union is sitting here with this woman making fun of women who are mothers and making fun of folks that have families and husbands because you making a mess. I'm just saying what I've been hearing from the streets. That's not from the dictionary, that's from the dictionary. I didn't say the dictionary, that's a dictionary. I've been hearing from the streets, Gabriel, that you got a lot going on at home. A lot of transitions and stuff. We think you need to focus and put your attention on your house and stuff. Funny looking self.
I do not mean to rush you, Queen Hadassah, but Kavya has me on a curfew.
See. No, Gabrielle Union. Black women, babies are not allowed to issue curfews. Only our original kings can do that. Supreme Rabbit told me to be home by 3.
Is he here? Can he sign a head wrap for me?
Unfortunately, no. He does not fraternize with married women, except for me and all 8 of his wives.
Oh, that's very Doug Christie of you guys.
Anyway, welcome to the show. It says here now.
And what I find fascinating, Gabrielle Union is sitting here making fun of somebody else's black lifestyle when your house is a travesty. Your house is in shambles, according to some people, Gabriel. Don't y'all find it funny that they want to sit there and point fingers and make fun and embellish black conscious households? But you want us to accept and believe that your house got it going on. You in a progressive environment and you know how to do black family. Girl, sit your funny looking self down. Thumbs up, share.
Welcome to the show. It says here now that you're an actress, an author, a television host, a fashion designer, and a spokeswoman.
Thank you.
Why so many jobs, and how does your husband deal with this betrayal?
Betrayal?
Y'all know darn well when she's sitting there making fun as if our men have an overwhelming problem with their women working. Y'all know darn well that you are confusing the white woman's burden with ours. You all know darn well that these black women are sitting up here trying to take on these white feminist talking points. Y'all play too much. I see y'all coming on in the chat. Welcome to the Vicky Show. It's a privilege and an honor that you are here today. Thumbs up, share. As you come in, dear family, you're going to see important links in the chat by our beautiful moderators that are highlighted in blue. Make sure that you screenshot the link so that you can refer to them later, or click on the link if that's possible, or you can rewind. You can even rewind the show live to get the link that you might have missed. Don't forget, dear family, for my sisters, if you missed the amazing 2-hour intensive mastermind that I just conducted called The Secret Money in Your Womb Part 3, where I revealed mystic information, I dropped gems about how the woman manifests using our womb. This is the 3rd series. It's the finale that I gave. It's off the chain. Go to flynubianmastermind.com to get the replay. flynubianmastermind.com. flynubianmastermind.com. Y'all play too much. Y'all know darn well that the brothers are not oppressive with their women. Some of y'all working. And some of the brothers that don't want their woman to work, some of y'all should be glad, because some of y'all come home stressed from working. Some of y'all got an attitude with your husbands and your children because you sick of working. You on the job, mad, mean as all get out. You upset whenever Monday comes around. You talking about you don't have time to cook for your kids or whatever you do in your man. Some black women would love for their man to be the provider, to pay for everything so they can stay home. They sitting up here acting like that the brothers are out here talking. Come on, y'all, stop this mess. This minstrel show. Let me just play a couple of more seconds of this madness. Trying to act like that the black woman's burden is this white woman's burden. The devil is a lie.
Your husband deal with this betrayal.
Betrayal? I think my husband appreciates a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. Female. That makes her own money, is incredibly flexible, and still is able to raise a family.
I'm glad you said that. Now, as everybody knows, there are many factors working towards the destruction of the black family. Number 1, wet sneakers. Number 2, working women.
And if you aren't you at work right now?
Y'all missed that. He intentionally took a major shot at this notion of what we, the black grassroots, not just our brother Tariq Nasheed, but it's highlighted especially with Tariq because his buck-breaking movie is putting on blast how they use buck breaking, sodomy to control. And it talks about how there is a specific attack on the black man. Did you all catch that shade? Listen again. Oh, I'm calling out Gabrielle Union today. I'm calling out Issa Rae and our homegirls. I'm calling out HBO. If you all don't understand by now that they see us, the black grassroots, as the biggest threats, they don't see Joy Reid as no threat up there on NBC pretending like she talking against white supremacy. They don't see Reverend Al Sharpton, who needs to go eat, as a threat. They don't see Don Lemonade as a threat. They don't see Bakari Sellers and them as a threat. They see us, the black grassroots, as the threat. This is a concept we've been exposing. Listen to what she said again. Y'all might have missed that.
The black family.
Listen.
Thank you.
That makes her own money, is incredibly flexible, and still is able to raise a family.
I'm glad you said that. Now, as everybody knows, there are many factors working towards the destruction of the black family.
You hear that? There are many factors that's working against the destruction of the black family. They're making fun of this. They're making fun of the very real war against the black family, y'all. I said these black women are making fun of the war on black families. This minstrel show, they're making fun of the Black Holocaust. That's the language I want all of you all to use when you tweet about it, when you Instagram this, when you Facebook this, when you YouTube it, when you're TikToking, when you text it, when you email it. I want you to blast all of social media, calling out HBO, calling out Lisa Ray, calling out this madness for the minstrel show it is. And you say you all are attacking, you are making fun of the Black Holocaust. And we're not having it. Shame on you, HBO. The reason I said this was really an extension of my show with the Black Authority this past weekend and Brother Jason Reed is because we're trying to show you how the rise of the new black media is a threat to the powers that shouldn't be, y'all. This is HBO going to war with concepts that the new black media has been telling you. Thumbs up, share, beloved family.
Black family.
Oh, I'm sorry. Female.
Thank you.
That makes her own money, is incredibly flexible, and still is able to raise a family.
I'm glad you said that. Now, as everybody knows, there are many factors working towards the destruction of the black family. Number one, wear sneakers. Number two, working women. And if you ask,
do you see how she's making fun of that? For those who are making light of the power of the woman being at home raising her babies, folks are not saying that you can't have a career, some of you sisters, that you can't have a creative outlet, because we're more than just one thing. But they're mocking this notion of the power and the importance of the mother having the freedom to shape and rear her babies. Let me say it like this: the Ministry of Motherhood. They're mocking that. I've taught you on the Vicky Show that the black home intact is an effective headquarters in this war of white supremacy. The home base. The home base is headquarters. And I've told you that the black family intact is also going to serve as the base for the reality of the new world. And they're mocking that. And they're using specific language that we use. But they're attacking Tariq Nasheed with his wild success of the movie Buck Breaking, which talks about the destruction of the black family, specifically with the attack on the black man. And there are multiple forces. I'm not saying it's just Issa Rae, it's just the other ones, but the powers that shouldn't be knows exactly what they're doing. Don't y'all know that they're listening to us? Don't you know that's the reason why they've handpicked these knuckleheads to try to speak contrary and make fun of the things that we're saying? to make light of it. I've talked to some of you all that are mothers. I said, some of y'all that have babies, y'all be acting like y'all babies are curses. Mothers need a break. Some of you mothers don't have, some of y'all are not in the position to where you can take care of yourself. You can get your little pedicures and your manicures. You can get your hair done on a regular basis. You can exercise without. Everything is not just about the child, because see, when you are not properly taking care of yourself, mom, you're going to be out of whack. So some of our women are not in a position to where they can thrive in their own gardens. They're overworked. And unfortunately, some of us have to operate in our masculine, because if our men in our homes are not intact, unfortunately, we have to undo labor. But they're making fun of the ministry of motherhood. I thank God for my mama. Now, look, my mama, my family is not about perfection. We have plenty of our hiccups. But when I look at some of y'all today, shoot, God, today, Lord. My mother needed a break from all of us kids. She would tell us that sometimes when we was getting on her nerves. She said, well, y'all gonna come home from school one day and I'm gonna be gone on the vacation. My mother would joke with us like that from time to time, but she loved us. That's normal. She didn't make us feel like every time she came home, she regretted that she pushed us out. She didn't make us feel like her having children, she didn't reach her goals and dream because it was our fault. She acted like we was a blessing. She cultivated and nurtured our unique gifts. She showed up to our plays and stuff. We would do stuff in the house. My sister is a beautiful chef. And she was cooking. I mean, since she was a little girl, she got it naturally. That's why she's so amazing. Down south. And so I named the restaurant. I was good at stuff like that. I named my sister's restaurant. Now, we was using my mama and grandparents' food now. And we would charge them like a few coins to eat their own food. And they showed up and paid the little money. They participated in our little stuff. We would do little plays and stuff. How many of y'all did plays and stuff? Mom and grandmama and them showed up to our plays that we did in the living room. Y'all play too much. That's the ministry of motherhood. My grandparents tried to instill wisdom and stuff in us. Some of y'all act like you hate your kids and stuff. Some of they are burdened and all this other kind of stuff. You better recognize. I don't know what's happened with some of you all. I do know an enemy has done this. And they've made you believe that your child is what stopped your hopes and dreams. No, it's not, mama. No, it ain't, daddy. That's a lie. I digress. Thumbs up, thumbs up. I want you to begin to see your family as a blessing. I want you to begin to understand that this is a way that you can create a new future. That you can pray and ask God to give you a new perspective. That circumstances and situations will begin to shift in your life. That you will begin to change your mind, change your situation, and therefore you will begin to attract new circumstances and situations. Talk black to me. It ain't going to be easy. But it's still possible. Some of you all could have had an abortion. I told my mama, I said, you had plenty enough kids. I said, you had every excuse to leave one of us in the store. Y'all know how some of y'all mamas, you know how they tell stories on the news. They said somebody left their kid in the store. They dropped them off somewhere. I told my mother, you had every reason. I said, you could have told them people, you got so many kids, you just forgot us. I said, why you didn't leave us in the alley somewhere? When we was little. I said, wasn't you overwhelmed with some of us? Because we was little, you know, me and my sister, especially my youngest brother, we were close in same age. I said, weren't you overwhelmed? She said, yeah, there were times I was overwhelmed. She said, but I wanted my babies. She said, I wanted my babies. She said, I wanted my babies. I be trying to ask my mama, well, how did you get through this when that happened? How did you get through that? When electricity was off for days and days and days at a time, I said the rest of us was little. My older brother and sister was school age. She said, you know what I did? There was no electricity. Listen, let me tell you Mother Dylan's story. At one time, there was no electricity in the house, and she had to get the babies out. You know what she said? She said that when it was daylight, she would make sure that everybody was fed and had their baths, and that the oldest one had their homeworks done. And she said when she saw the other kids going to school and there was no electricity in the house, she said she knew it was time for them to get the babies out, and they walked on to school. Can't nobody tell me my mama ain't special and powerful. You're not going to sit here and make fun of the ministry of motherhood. How dare you? She can't even tell me how she did the stuff she did. How dare you? We need to get offended when they come for our families. We need to get offended when they make fun of the Underground Railroad, which is the Black Holocaust. We need to get offended when they sit there and make fun of the attack on the Black family. When they said that, they were saying something nasty about my mama. And you better watch your mouth, Lom. And my mother wanted to work too. She wanted to express herself in other ways, and she did. But you better watch your mouth about the Black family. You better keep your mouth off the Black family. We're a mess right now. We don't have it together yet. But bit by bit, what you know about Ezekiel 37? I believe that's what it is. Where my Hebrew Messianic people at? Where my Hebrews at? Y'all correct me on that scripture. Is it Ezekiel 37? Where my Muslims at? Where my Christians at? There's a story about dead, dry bones. Dead bones. There's a prophetic story. Why do I keep saying prophetic? Because the story is about us. And God said to the prophet Ezekiel, prophesy. He said, can these bones live? Ezekiel said, you know, Lord. The Most High Creator told him to prophesy to the bones. That means use your mouth. Give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to this dead thing. And the scripture says that the bones all of a sudden start to rattle. Somebody say, that's right. Shout out to Minister Farrakhan. He discusses these kinds of things. And then all of a sudden, those dead bones that represent the Black man and the Black woman start to come to life. And guess what the scripture says they're going to become? Y'all better hear me today. Guess what the scripture says that those dead drop bones are going to become? They was rattling. They started to get a little bit of consciousness. They start to come to life. Guess what the scripture says that those dead dry bones that what nobody thought would become nothing, they were becoming an army. God today. That's the reason why they attack the likes of Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan ain't talking about no weapons. He ain't talking about taking nobody out. He ain't storming no Capitol, trying to murder the Vice President of the United States and the Speaker of the House and other people. The truth that comes out of his mouth. That weapon, that mouth, that spirit that come out of that mouth. And other Black folks that speak in consciousness, they're trying to attack that. Not just Issa Rae and them, they're also being used in ways that they don't even know. Which is why I'm calling them out. Because some of you all are witting and unwitting accomplices to your own destruction. In other words, some of you knowingly are participating, and others of you don't even know that you're being pimped. Talk black to me. Thumbs up, share, family. For those of you that's just coming in, my name is Vicky Dillon. I know I'm screaming and hollering with this hammer. But we're so pleased that you've joined us today. I see y'all in here heavy today. It's such an honor and a privilege. Your sister, I'm your sister with the curly braids, live on FlyNewBeanQueenTV.com. Right now, beloved, we're discussing the attack that white media continues to wage on the new Black media. We're specifically also talking about our brother Tariq Nasheed, because he's done this already wildly global successful film called Buck Breaking, where he's exposing in this movie the attack of white supremacy using sodomy, using the butt-breaking process to specifically attack the black man. Now, I have tried to let you guys know that the emphasis on the black man in this season doesn't mean that women are unimportant. See, that's what these women, these cacklers, these law members want you to believe, that it's we're trying to say that women are irrelevant. Do you all think that I want to participate in something where my existence is rendered irrelevant? I've explained to you that the essence of the man and the woman is the same. We're both divine, but our functions are different. One of the two main functions of our men is not their only functions, but two of the top functions of our men are to be our providers and protectors. And in war, there's an order. There needs to be a head. Somebody talk black to me. And if we don't have someone that's protecting us in this war, it doesn't matter how wonderful the woman and the children are. We won't exist if our warriors aren't in place to protect us and to provide for us. That's why it's so important our men rise up and take their roles today. This war is escalating, and they want us to disrespect and to make fun of them, thus leaving us vulnerable, sis. When you dog your own men, you are left vulnerable. Do you think your zaddy gonna come save you once they're done destroying enough of our men? What's wrong with you, slowness?
Aren't you at work right now?
I don't get paid for this. I have made no money doing anything. Now, Miss Gabrielle, let's talk about your professional golf.
Sure.
With your king, Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
Now, how do you feel about your wife out here working like a free-range chicken?
Well, I'm sure my cardboard king would love for me to be home a little bit more.
Shh. Earth, let your God speak.
Do you see how they're making fun of African concepts? My sisters who are part of the Secret Money in Your Womb, y'all know I've done part 1, 2, and 3. You all understand for my sisters, I'm not going to reveal those secrets right now, but my sisters know that I've broken down to you why your open enemy changed the calendar from the 28 days to the 30 and 31 days. Didn't I? You all know, I believe it was in part 2, I broke down and explained to you why they've been tampering with our connection with the universe and how that has to do with the cadence of us moving with the cadence of the earth and the universe, and how that gives us actually power. They're making fun of these African black concepts. Family, this isn't funny. Family, this isn't funny. What's funny and funny looking, see, this is supposed to be a funny show. Y'all ain't funny. You just funny looking. Reverend Al Sharpton is funny looking. The stuff he talking about, go make fun of that. Spend your time making fun of the Democratic Party. Why aren't they using their time talking about Joe Biden when Joe Biden said on audio in his Zoom meeting with your alleged black civil rights leaders that America is not just doomed because of black people, it's also doomed because there's getting ready to be a white European minority in America. Make fun of that. Then they're making fun of even our sounds with the drums, y'all. I ain't got time to work that. The drums represents the heartbeat. There were sounds, there were music, there were songs that we used that not only connected us spiritually, that not only liberated us, that not only healed our bodies, that not only served as therapy for our minds, but it was also something we weaponized to drop secrets and to give divine intelligence for the Underground Railroad, for example, to let folk know where to meet us, where to go. There were songs, for example, back in the day Some of y'all sung this in some of your churches. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. That wasn't just talking about the Lord. That was them telling them what to give them the heads up, where they were going to put certain weapons and certain materials down by the riverside. Did you all know that the drum was used to make the enemy go crazy? Did you guys know that there was spiritual power that was connected to some of that? And these fools got that playing in the background while they're making war with the Black Holocaust by making fun of the Underground Railroad, making fun of the war on the Black family, invoking our brother Tariq Nasheed's name, causing the gender war amongst the Black. They doing all that in this. And how effective it is, if you still sitting here and don't see the and you sitting here just shrugging your arm, shrugging your shoulders, saying, "Turn this mess off right now. I can't listen to no more of this foolishness." You got enough of it. It's just a little trailer anyway. It ain't that much more of it anyway, because they're going to release the rest of that madness at some point. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Watch this. For those of you that forgot, for some of you that don't remember, there's plenty of other evidence and receipts. I've talked about this on a number of occasions, but I want you to hear this. I'm now reading to you from history.com, very accessible document, but there's so many more that we've written. Blackface is rooted in racism. What you guys must understand is this. Blackface became popular in the United States after the Civil War as white performers initially played characters that demeaned and dehumanized African Americans. So for those of you that don't understand the power of media, the power of plays, and why this is extraordinarily offensive and how it's doing great damage against the Black society, I got to help you remember this historically. What did I say? I said blackface became popular in the U.S. after the Civil War as white performers played characters that demeaned and dehumanized us. The portrayal of blackface, when people darken their skin with shoe polish and grease paint or burnt cork and paint on enlarged lips and other exaggerated features, is steeped in centuries of racism. It peaked in popularity during an era in the United States when demands for civil rights by recently emancipated slaves triggered racial hostility. Y'all listen. And today, because of blackface historic use to denigrate people of African descent, its continued use is still considered racist. Watch this. I'm going somewhere with this. David Leonard, a professor of comparative ethnic studies and American studies at Washington State University, says, quote, "It's an assertion of power and control." That's why it's called programming. It's not by accident when they talk about casting calls, casting a spell. Y'all play too much. Or broadcasting. It allows, he says, a society to routinely and historically imagine African Americans as not fully human. It serves, watch this, to rationalize violence and Jim Crow segregation. It talks about the fact that blackface is also rooted in even the European theatrical productions, most famously Shakespeare's Othello. How many of y'all remember learning about that in school? The practice then began in the United States in the 18th century when European immigrants brought the genre over and performed in seaports along the Northeast. Who brought it over? European immigrants. Says Daphne Brooks, a professor of African American studies at the theater studies at Yale University. But the most famous sort of era to think of as being the birth of the form itself is the antebellum era of early 19th century, Brooks says. Thomas Dartmouth Rice, y'all will remember this name, an actor born in New York, is considered the father of minstrelsy. Who? Thomas Dartmouth Rice. After reportedly traveling to the South and observing slaves, Rice developed a backstage character called Jim Crow in 1830. How many of you all know that the laws, discriminatory and racist laws, also became known as Jim Crow? Do you all understand that some of the collective local, state, and federal laws collectively became known as what? Jim Crow. But we see that Jim Crow, the root of that name, started with what? A play, a comedy, minstrelsy, a whole body of laws to discriminate against Black folks came under that title. As you see, it started with white folks playing Black people, but that's not how Blackface and minstrelsy ended. Listen, y'all know I like to drop facts. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. For those of you that are just tuning in now, my name is Vicki Dillard. We're sitting here. I just finished playing you several clips, audio clips of the disgusting and disrespectful skit that's coming out. Let me get the this other name called A Black Lady Skit Show from HBO. A Black Lady Skit Show from HBO. They just did this piece. Issa Rae's group, she's the executive produced this, along with Robin Thede and Gabrielle Union, attacking the Black family, the Black diaspora, attacking what's the word I'm looking for? Attacking the Black Holocaust, attacking and making fun of and mocking the very real war against the Black family. We're giving them this work today. Your notorious LOM, these League of Mammies. Once again, these are Black women that are being used by white supremacy to undo the family, to weaken the family. And it's giving white folk, white networks, HBO and others cover because they get to say, well, the Black women wrote it. They executive produced it. They're the actors in it. Talk Black to me. Don't forget, family, there are important links in the chat that our beautiful moderators that are highlighted in blue are giving you. Please make sure that you give us a thumbs up, share, and like. All of you, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard, V-I-C-K-I. There are no E's in my name. There are no double K's. There are no Y's in my name. And my name is not short for Victoria. My mother said I didn't look like a Victoria. My name is Vicki, V-I-C-K-I, 5 letters only. And you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki, and follow me on my Facebook fan page at Vicki Dillard. Somebody talk Black to me. Listen to this. Let me go back to this article real quick. Give me just a few more seconds. I'll always like to give y'all some history because some of you all don't understand how serious this is. What was I saying? I told you Thomas Dart Rice, right? Thomas Dart Rice. That was a white man who was an actor that was born in New York. He's considered to be the father of minstrelsy. It says again, reportedly after traveling to the South and observing slaves, he developed a Black stage character called Jim Crow in 1830. Remember, I told you later what happened. Actual discriminatory laws, state, local, and otherwise, became collectively known as what? Jim Crow. All from a joke, all from a comedy. Watch this. It says, with quick dance moves and exaggerated African-American vernacular and buffoonish behavior. Somebody say buffoonish behavior. What Issa Rae and them doing is not nothing. What Gabrielle Union is not doing is not nothing. Rice founded a new genre of racialized song and dance. What is it? It wasn't just dance and song. It was racialized song and dance. Blackface minstrel shows, which became central to American entertainment in the North and South. It became central, family, in the North and South. White performers in blackface played characters that perpetuated a range of negative stereotypes about African Americans, watch this, including being lazy, ignorant, superstitious, hypersexual, criminal, or cowardly. Did y'all hear that word cowardly? Some of you brothers are wondering why some of you all are scared to death and you can't stand up in the face of white supremacy. It's because it's been programmed into you. Listen, being lazy, ignorant, superstitious, hypersexual, criminal, or cowardly. All of these are things that were programmed. Y'all better listen. Here's another example. Here's a picture of actresses Shirley Temple. Y'all remember that funny looking white girl? Shirley Temple in Blackface. Y'all cute little fat face white girl that you love to pieces, that you think is so cute and chubby and cute. The little white girl ain't cute and chubby and fat. Her funny looking self is sitting here in blackface. Let me get the picture up. I was trying to turn it and make it big, but it's throwing off everything. This is Shirley Temple in blackface with and Hannah Washington, a black girl for real, on the right, in 1935 film called The Littlest Rebel. Look. Y'all thought that was a cute little chubby white girl. Look, and she just so cute. Look at Shirley Temple. Keep listening. Several characters in minstrel shows became archetypes, as described in the University of Florida's digital exhibit, History of Minstrels, from Jump Jim Crow to the jazz singer. Some of the most famous ones were Rice's Jim Crow, a rural dancing fool in tattered clothing. Watch this. The Mammy, an overweight and loud mother figure. Y'all listen. And Zip Coon, a flamboyant dressed man who used sophisticated words incorrectly. Most of the minstrel actors were working class Irishmen. I'm going to say that again. Most of the minstrel show characters were working class Irishmen from the Northeast who performed in blackface to distance themselves from their own lower social and political and economic status in the United States. In other words, these Irish folks, they were nobodies in their own groups. But see, white people always feel like somebody when they can disrespect other black folk. Your poorest white person has more respect. They get more privileges and benefits than the most intelligent, the most educated, and the richest black person. Watch this. Quote, they did it to authenticate their whiteness, he says. It was the same as saying we can become the other and mock the other and assert our superiority by dehumanizing the other. I ain't finished. Y'all keep listening. I know this is a home for intelligent black people. Talk black to me. Y'all can take a little bit of this weighty historical information. I'm telling you this because some of you make it's just a skit. You don't even know why you believe some of the stuff you believe. Some of you have mindsets. Some of your behaviors are dictated by stuff that you didn't even know was programmed into you. This is bigger than a Tariq Nasheed. I'm exposing the black agenda. I said that from the beginning. That's why I said it's not just about him. It's about an attack on the black grassroots. Why am I saying this is bigger than our brother Tariq Nasheed? Because we're the ones as the black grassroots that's supporting and powering his film. See, this is going against the white apparatus that's in Hollywood. And he didn't have to kiss no butt to do it. This is ultimately about us. And if you can't see the bigness of this, the macro scheme, talk black to me. Listen, thumbs up, family. Share. Let everybody know that the Vicky Show is on. Don't forget, family, don't miss a Vicky Show. I'm here Monday through Fridays. This is our black prime time. I'm typically here Monday through Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Listen. Blackface soared. Blackface minstrel shows, watch this, soared in popularity in particular during the period after the Civil War and into the start of the 20th century, as documented in the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture's official blackface history. Y'all watch this. The widespread demeaning portrayals of African Americans, which I hinted at this before, paralleled a period when Southern state legislatures were passing Black codes to restrict the behavior of former slaves and other African Americans. In fact, the codes were also called Jim Crow laws. I already told you that, after the Blackface stage character. This is not nothing. In other words, the perception, the skits, the consciousness of stereotypes of blackface and minstrelsy is what supplemented and actually was the engine to actual laws against Black people. So what's going on with these disrespectful Black shows is not nothing. I ain't done yet, because some of you all are probably still saying, well, those were white people that was Black folks. Sit down and watch this. Watch this. Look at this photo here. Y'all see that picture? Keep sharing, thumbs up, like, family. That picture that you're seeing there is a group of Klansmen surrounding Freedman Gus, played by white actor Walter Long in blackface, in a scene from the director. How many of y'all remember the movie? W.D. Griffith's motion picture. Some of us didn't see all of it, but much of it. Watch this. D.W. Griffith's motion picture, The Birth of a Nation, in 1915. As society modernized, y'all listen, some of you all don't understand how powerful this is. I just gave you one big example, how these minstrel shows were the companion to actual laws passed to discriminate against us, to oppress us. Watch this. As society modernized, I talk about this all the time, so did the ways, as society modernized, so did the ways in which blackface was portrayed. Not only was blackface in theaters, but it moved to the film industry. Somebody say, hello, buck breaking. Somebody say, hello, buck breaking. See, when Black folks, we as Black media, we are the counterculture. We are the defensive against the attack on us with traditional media. And Black films like buck breaking are the defense against anti-Black films. Do you understand now? What about the movie, the film, The Birth of a Nation? Watch this. In the blockbuster movie, The Birth of a Nation, when did I tell you The Birth of a Nation came out? 1915, right? That was the beginning of the 20th century. Y'all listen. In the blockbuster movie, The Birth of the Nation, remember that was 1915. Blackface characters were seen as unscrupulous and rapist. The stereotypes were so powerful. Watch this. Listen. The stereotypes were so powerful, they became a recruiting tool for the Ku Klux Klan. That's what sparked, family, the resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan at that time. Did you know that? So when you have us, the new Black media that counters the Black media, the traditional white corporate media, when you have Black films like buck breaking that counters white films, you become a threat to those individuals. Y'all play too much. Y'all listen, thumbs up, share, share, share. Black family, for my sisters that are listening, for those of you that missed our amazing 2-hour special mastermind part 3 of the Secret Money in Your Womb series. I did the finale of the Secret Money in Your Womb. It was absolutely cosmic. You are so blessed. You're so fortunate. You can still get the replay today for a very reasonable rate. If you join my weekly mastermind at clubvicky.com for $1, you'll get access to all 3, as well as some of my other amazing mastermind courses. That's clubvicky.com. Join for $1 and get access to all 3. If not, you don't have to do it that way. You can go straight to flynubianmastermind.com and get access to my amazing The Secret Money in Your Womb series. The Secret Money in Your Womb. It's going to drop jewels and give you mystic information on how women manifest differently from men. We use the secrets of our womb. It's powerful. flynubianmastermind.com. The links are in the chat. Either go to flynubianmastermind.com and get the series that way, or join my weekly mastermind at clubvicky.com and get access to them for free. Talk black to me. The links are in the chat. Don't forget to follow me, family, on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. That's Vicky X Dillard. Watch this. Listen. Listen. What did I just say? I said that the blockbuster movie, The Birth of a Nation, Blackface characters were seen as unscrupulous and rapists, but they became a recruiting tool, family, for the Ku Klux Klan. That was how the resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan took place, from a movie. Some of you all know, who've been following me, my day ones, you all know I've taught this for a couple of years now. What did I teach you? I told you that, guess where that movie first premiered? The Birth of a Nation, the film, in 1915, in the White House. Did you all know that? Did you all know that that film that some of you all said is not nothing? Media that's not nothing. Somebody say I'm buffering. Clear your screen, family. I know it probably doesn't have the clearest screen right now. I'm trying to get through this because I don't want these platforms playing with me because I'm dropping this heavy stuff. Let me hurry up and get through with this. Thumbs up, share, family. I'm almost done. Give me just a few more minutes. Clear your screen if you're getting buffering. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Watch this. Let me finish reading this. African Americans, it said, protested the film's portrayals and its distorted take on the post-Civil War era. Watch this. I'm told it's still good, even though it may be showing it a little bit, but we're going to move on. I'm hurrying up. Watch this. Listen. Thank you, Angel. Watch this. It says that African Americans protested the film's portrayals and its distorted take on the post-Civil War era, yet it continued to be popular among white audiences. We know darn well that that little piece of trash that I just played you a clip of on HBO, that little HBO It's a Rape mess that Gabrielle Union is a part of, that little mess ain't even funny. But a lot of white folks think that kind of mess is hilarious. Listen. There are different ways in which blackface becomes weaponized as a form of white supremacist propaganda, says Brooks. Are y'all ready for this? African Americans also performed in blackface. Now you see where I'm going, where I'm talking about how black folks, how we are often accomplices in this white supremacist war. What did I just say? African Americans also began to perform in blackface. Why? It says, given it was the only way to be in the entertainment industry. It says, but their performances countered some of the primitive representations that were popularized. Black artists Burt Williams and George Walker infused political commentary with their comedic minstrel routines, offering a more intelligent representative of African Americans. I'm going to say that again. It says African Americans also performed in blackface, given it was the only way to be in the entertainment industry. That, beloved family, is in and of itself one of the ways that we're buck broken, that they only allow you to elevate in society. They only allow you to get more wealth and alleged success by demeaning your own people. The principle is still at work today. Do you all see that connection? Do you all see that connection? How too often we participate, yes, in humiliating our own self for white people. And it says that some of the black folks that were trying to break into the industry, the only way they were able to break into the industry at one time is why? Because they were willing to go in blackface and to demean their own people for white people. One of the things as black women that's been historically used to make inroads into black society. And right now, shout out, of course, to my brother, Understanding the Assault on the Black Man, Black Manhood and Black Masculinity. Y'all know I've been teaching from this book probably 3 years now on my shows from Dr. Wesley Muhammad. I think you can get it still at NOI.org, bookstore, NOI.org. On page 57 of the book, it's talking about, actually 55 of the book, on page 55 of the book, is talking about the global strategy. And it begins to discuss like the Zulus and the Samburu people. One of the things that it talks about in this book, and of course we've read some of this information in other places and spaces, but it's so concise, and how our brother puts it down here, I like to refer to it from this, and he gives so many receipts in this one book on so many topics. That's the reason why I refer to it so much. Watch this. One of the things it says here is about the man. And when the white supremacist was infiltrating Africa, particularly one of the strongest groups were the Zulus, that served as the greatest impediment to white colonialism and white takeover, the Zulu men. Once they had them in check, they were able to just go crazy. But the Zulus were a great thorn in the side of the white supremacists, right? So within the context of that, because I'm not going to read all of this, one of the things that he says here specifically, and again, we're talking about the Samburu and the Zulu as examples. So within the context of both of those, listen to this general statement. Let me take a sip of my water. Would you give of my supplement here? Family, keep giving us a thumbs up, liking, and sharing as I prepare to read this. Just give me a few more minutes, family, okay? Thumbs up, share, share, share. Also, family, if you want to learn how to start a black business, invest in yourself. Go to flynubianbusiness.com. How many of you all know you must be out of your mind to only have one stream of income and getting all your money from Zaddy, all your money from corporate or white corporate job? Invest in yourself. Even if you don't want to run your business full-time, family, learn about businesses. If you want to learn about investing, go to flynubianmoney.com. Those are 2 links in the chat. So go to flynubianbusiness.com to learn how you can invest in yourself and learn about black businesses from black people, or to learn about investments, because that's another way that you can bring in more income, is go to flynubianmoney.com. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Now I want you to listen to this part. We're almost done, okay? Almost done. Watch this. Y'all know I just got to give you some, I know y'all think I'm something else most of the time, but I have to drop some knowledge on you, because we must hear these kinds of things and be informed about this, because there's a historical context to our oppression. And our open enemy is aware of it. It's a playbook that they're working from. But see, if you're ignorant of the playbook that your open enemy is working from, you'll participate in it because you don't even know what's going on. You sit up here talking about it's just a skit and it's funny. Not know it's war being waged. Watch. Listen to this quote. He says that during Algeria's colonial period, the French attempted to use the female population to continue colonial rule. This is not about beating up on black women. This is about letting you know why your open enemy uses black women to do damage to their own people. Talk black to me, family. Listen. I'm going to say this again. During Algeria's colonial period, the French attempted to use the female population to continue colonial rule. Frantz Fanon describes the strategy of the colonial administration devised to destroy Algerian society by encouraging Algerian women to revolt against the indigenous patriarchal hierarchy. Now, we don't like those kinds of words because the white patriarchy has so corrupted our notion of order. This is not about misuse of the black woman. Again, I told you that the essence of the black man and the essence of the black woman is the same. They're both divine. It's just our functions are different. And remember, what did I say? One of the top 2 functions of the man is supposed to be the provider and the protector, right? Listen, that's right. Protocol. Watch this. What did I tell you before? The Algerians used what? They attempted to use the female population, though, to continue colonial rule. Watch this. It says, by pitting women against Algerian men, the French sought to dilute the Algerian capacity for resistance. I'm going to say that again. This is what I want us to understand. This is what it's about now. What it is, don't miss this. This is relevant to us, y'all. Watch this. By pitting women against Algerian men, the French sought to dilute the Algerian capacity for resistance. Do y'all see that? In other words, if they are diluting the capacity for resistance, that means we remain weak and easy to infiltrate. Quote, Fanon reports, quote, the woman was given the historic mission of shaking up the Algerian man. And this is what white people was coming into the black community doing. The French, you can't miss this. The woman was given the historic mission of shaking up the Algerian man, converting the woman, winning her over to foreign values, wrenching her free from his status, was at the same time achieving a real power over the men and attaining a practical, effective means destructing Algerian culture. It's not by accident that they're trying to demonize Tariq Nasheed in order to dirty up this powerful movie from exposing this white supremacist in this buck-breaking movie. That's not a coincidence, family. And don't get caught up in one man of Tariq Nasheed. It's about the agenda, which is what makes it about, and this is why it's an attack on all of us. Listen, I'm skipping. In one of the other sections where it's talking about a spiritual situation that's known as divinicide, this Professor Belinda Strait, it says she's a cultural anthropologist and feminist scholar at Western Michigan University. Even this feminist scholar, she did field work amongst the Samburu people. In 2008, she wrote a significant article titled Killing God, Exceptional Moments in the Colonial Missionary Encounter. She documents the early missionary practice in Africa of divinicide, acts of metaphysical violence against the local gods in order to prepare the way to conversion to Christianity. The long and short of it is, and I don't have time to get into it because this is real deep, this part is discussing how this notion in ancient Africa was about this black god. And once again, they used the women, they used fear in order to destroy this notion of the black god. It's so heavy. It's so much more to this, and I'm going to stop now. But I wanted you to specifically to keep in mind about this quote, how that a part of the global strategy, during Algeria's colonial period, the French attempted to use a female population to continue colonial rule. Why? I'm skipping. By pitting women against Algerian men, the French sought to dilute the Algerian capacity for resistance. The white supremacists know that we're at war, which is why they're using these black women in this wildly unfunny and pathetic hit piece in the form of a skit, a black lady sketch show. That's what it's about. A black lady sketch show returns, it says, for season 2. This black lady sketch show on HBO with Robin Thede. And in this particular episode, Gabrielle Union, they're doing it, family. Making fun, doing those things is weakening us. It's about diluting the resistance. And that is what I'm saying. I'm a woman. There's no way I'm going to be beaten up and diminishing myself and saying that we're less than a man. But our functions are different from the man. And we respect those differences. We need our masculine men. And we want to stop, sisters. And when I'm talking about sisters, I'm only saying it very loosely. Robin Thede, Issa Rae, Gabrielle Union and them, by making fun in this skit, by mocking the Underground Railroad, by mocking the war on the Black family, by mocking Black masculinity. You are participating in the undoing of Black folks. And I just want you law members to know that we got your number and we're giving it right back to you today. We're exposing the agenda. And we'll be doggone if you thrive. We'll be doggone if you do these kinds of things and you don't have to answer for it from us. That's a no-no. You're acting as traitors. You committed blasphemy. The ultimate Holocaust, the Black Holocaust. Why do I say ultimate? Because I'm talking about that we've experienced the worst human treatment for longer than anybody else. Nobody can say that their hell is still going on after 466 years. And if the white Jews in Nazi Germany would not allow you to disrespect their Holocaust, who in the world do you think you are to put your mouth and disrespect Black society in the Black Holocaust? Yes, don't support HBO's ridiculous little series. And shame on you lawn members, you League of Mammies. My name is Vicki Dillard, family. Make sure, family, that you remain conscious. Make sure that you keep tuning into my show. I'll be here tomorrow, God willing, same time, same place, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, live right here on Fly Nubian Queen. Tell everybody you know. Be sure to share. Figure out what you can do with the knowledge you just heard here. Don't expect me to give you all the answers. You're listening for a reason. Let those things that you hear me say activate you to better society. I love you so much. You're a special people. I bow to you. You are my bliss. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Make sure, sisters, that you get the replay. Get it today. The replay of the amazing part 3 of the Secret Money in Your Womb. Money Talks. Go to flynubianmastermind.com to catch the replay. flynubianmastermind.com. Or if you join my weekly mastermind at clubvicky.com for $1, you'll get access to them today. I love you to pieces. You all showed up heavy today. Y'all, we are making history. Don't ever think for 1 second that we're not powerful. Baby, power in this season is coming from the ground up. We are the Black grassroots. We're making a whole new world based on freedom, justice, and equality. And we're going to rule. And of this kingdom, there shall be no end.